Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons, and we are continuing our road to the College World Series championship, trying to build the Texas Longhorns into a college baseball dynasty powerhouse. Now we are here in the College World Series, part of the Final Four. And I know before it said we were facing off against, I believe, Miami in the last episode. However, due to a save file problem, we are now facing off against the North Carolina Tar Heels. And this is our College World Series stadium. We will be playing the Tar Heels, and Alabama and UCLA will be playing each other in the other side of the bracket to determine who gets there to the finals. Now, this is going to be an elimination game, right? Potentially right now as it stands. I mean, we do lead the series at this point, but we really need to make sure that we continue kind of fighting back. These scores have been lower scores. They're not something that we've been able to just run away with in these games. And so that may be a problem for us here coming into it. And that's kind of one thing. Our offense, if you saw the highest number of scores runs we scored was only 3 or 4, I think, in one of them. But so our pitching has been pretty dominant, and that's something that I think we're going to have to rely on today. North Carolina is a team that gave us fits during the regular season, and they took the lead. They won the first game in this series as well, so it's easily possible for them. So we have to play some of our best baseball at this stage. Now, Marcus Lopez, who's normally a guy coming up on the bench, he will be doing DH for us today, as Marlon Sweet will actually be taking over at shortstop for the day just to give our man a rest. And so this game is going to be underway here in the top of the first inning, as Lopez will let that first pitch go by for a strike just on the corner. And that's something we have to watch for, is swinging at bad pitches, because that one right there was just as close as the first one. But they did, however, give us the call on that on this second pitch. So now the count is going to be 1-1 to Lopez, as the Tar Heel starting pitcher, Catton, who has a pretty decent record in the playoffs. He was really good in the regular season, but is 1-0 here in the postseason at this point. Now after that second strike, the count is 1-2. And here comes the delivery, and Lopez is going to foul that one off. To the right side, just coming in pretty far behind it, needing to get our timing down a little bit better. The shading does kind of throw some stuff off, but need to try to keep that focus and keep that timing going. Now after that pitch comes inside, we do have the count at 2-2 now, trying to get our leadoff man on base. And that one comes across, and Lopez is going to hit a dribbler to third. He may be able to beat it out, but not quite, as they make a pretty good play, charging that ball, coming in from third base and getting that throw over there to first. That is a tough play to make. Now taking a look at the rest of our lineup, Sweet coming in at second, Drew Crane in at third, Harvey Hayes fourth, and Luis Padilla coming in at fifth. That'll round out our big hitters. And Marlon Sweet's only batting 179 here in the postseason, and with little pop-ups like that, you can see why he just has not been getting his timing down all that well as of recently. So that is 2 outs now in the top of the first inning. Drew Crane comes to the plate. He does have 1 home run in this postseason with 2 RBIs, as he's batting .333. And the first pitch to Crane does get delivered, and that kind of hung up there, but he bloops it to the right, and it's going to come out just foul. I thought we could hold on to it and it'd land on the line, but not today, not meant to be, as that one did drop foul, so the count is 0-1. That second pitch will be down low, bringing the count to 1-1 here, as he does even things up. So 2 outs here in the top of the first inning, as trying to get something on base and get some momentum going in our direction. Crane lets that third pitch go by, the count 2-1 now to Crane here. And that one's going to be a swing and a miss. It looks like we had pretty good timing, but we still came around a little bit late, which is kind of surprising on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. He's not overpowering with us. He's just throwing us off, and Crane is going to dribble that one down the left to the third base. And that's going to be an easy play over at first. So that inning will be done. or that half will be done pretty quick. Now, Alfonso Perez, the man you may recognize from the last game, he did finish off our previous opponent, and so it looks like he's going to be on the hump for us today. Record obviously being 1-0, ERA at 1.50, not too bad. Coming into this one, and his opening batter he's facing is going to be Rich Villegas, who's batting .381 on the season. We do have to be careful, but we will not be afraid. Mark my words. First pitch came in as a strike. Second pitch is going to be a ball, but that looked like it's in a lot better position than what that indicator shows. And so 1-1 now to Villegas as he gets a deep drive down the left field line. Crane is chasing it, and he's not going to be able to come up with it. Gave it a hell of an effort, dive on that one. My goodness. But it will fall foul. And Villegas is going to strike out on that one. Alfonso Perez blows it by him down in the zone. The first out of the game, and that is going to be Perez's first strikeout. Looked like he should have made great contact on it, but he just could not bring the bat around in time. It was way behind that. And so now 1 out in the bottom of the first inning for North Carolina. As their second batter, Doug Saldana, comes to the plate. He's batting .225 with only 2 RBIs and 0 home runs so far in this postseason. Now Perez has the count at 0-1. And he throws that one in, and that comes in as a strike right there. That is going to be 0-2. Looks like Daryl Parker, the home plate umpire, may be a little crazy with us today. May not be the most consistent umpire in the world. So 0-2 is the count, and here comes Perez with the delivery. And that's going to be popped up to right, and that one is going to be an easy pop out over there on the right field line. That's something that I think fielding, we have plenty of speed in the outfield. We just need to make sure to actually make the plays. We have had a habit of overrunning those sometimes. So Fabio Navarre is going to be the Tar Heels' third batter that we'll see this inning. Buford Sanchez will be batting cleanup. Now Fabio comes to the plate with batting only 184 here in the postseason. He is in kind of a slump, and hopefully we can take advantage of that. And that's going to be a grounder between short and third, and that's going to get through as Drew Crane pulls that one up. And he fires it into second real quickly, maintaining the guy at first. You wouldn't think a man with a name like Fabio would be able to hit a ball like that, but he got a good contact on it and was able to drive through it. So he is on first base. Now here comes Buford. I'm assuming it's Buford. I'm going with Buford Sanchez, 250 on the postseason, 0 home runs and 0 RBIs at this stage. And so after that pitch, the count is going to be 1-1 as he throws that to the outside. Here comes the next delivery. We're going to fire down to second, and he's going to get in. You've got to be kidding me. Andres Cairo tried to get the man stealing at second, and it looked like he had a pretty good throw, but that was a hell of a jump he gathered up. And Novoa, if he had just slid that glove across, probably could have gotten the out, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And so now Buford standing there at 1-2. He's going to hit a deep fly ball into left field, and Drew Crane is going to come under that one and make the easy out. And that is how the first inning will end. 1 hit for North Carolina, 0 for Texas. Game is tied 0-0. So now we're going to come up here to the top of the 4th inning. Marlon Sweet batting second in our lineup today. He will step up to the plate and drive that one down the left field line, but it's going to fall foul. That was just a long strike. Count 0-1 to Marlon Sweet. He is 0 for 1 on the day. And that next pitch, right back down left field line, over the third baseman's head. Sweet is on first. He's not going to be able to round over to get to second, but we have got a man on base. And the hit finally came through. We've been making some pretty decent contact in this one. And look at that, he just drives it to the opposite field. And there was nothing their third baseman can do to get a hold of that. So now we have Sweet on first. Drew Crane is here at the plate, 0 for 1 on the afternoon. As that first pitch will come in for a ball on the inside, making the count be 1-0. 0 outs, trying to get something going. The delivery, and that's going to be in for a strike on the outside edge of the plate. So 1-1 the count, and has been evened up to Crane here. As Catton delivers, Crane gets a hold of that one. That's deep to center field, and I guess the wind caught it because it wasn't nearly as deep as it looked. So midway to center field, and that's going to be the first out of the 4th inning. And look at the pitch count, getting it up. He's at 47 pitches on Mod Catton, so that's kind of what we want to see. The more pitches we can get him to, maybe the earlier we can get him out of this game and take advantage. Now Harvey Hayes tries to push one to the opposite field, and unlike Sweet, Hayes' hit will not come down. It will actually be caught by their left fielder. So now comes Luis Padilla, our big bat here in the number 5 in our lineup. He is 0 for 1 on the day, but he normally comes through for us in these type of clutch situations. So in the top of the 4th, we do have 2 outs, and Luis Padilla stands in it with an 0-1 count, trying to get Sweet home from first. That second pitch is going to be a changeup on the outside for a ball. That'll even things up at 1-1 apiece. And Catton's been pretty careful with Luis Padilla. He doesn't put too much really over the plate. Even that pitch fouled off looked to be a little bit inside. And so luckily enough, we're swinging at bad pitches as the count is now 1-2. And the pitch down low for a ball. We actually hold off on that fastball down low. Not really giving us too much to bite at is what I will say. So 2-2's the count, and Padilla's going to hold up. Ooh, almost went through on that one. Check swing, full count, 2 outs, top of the 4th. And here comes the payoff pitch. Padilla gets a good blast. That's deep to left field. It's going back, and it's going to be just at the wall. You've got to be kidding me. Luis Padilla thought we had it, my man. And he flies out, deep fly ball, really long out on that one, as it was caught just at the wall. A few more feet was all that thing needed to clear that fence. So now we're going to head into the bottom of the 4th inning as North Carolina comes back, and we're back looking at Mr. Fabio, 1 for 1 on the day here, and the first pitch is going to be a ball. That second pitch comes in as a strike down low, a fastball. Unable to catch up to it. Fabio Navarro was coming in. I guess he looked behind it from here, but I guess on that on that bat swing screen, showed him coming in a little too early. After another strike, the count is 1-2, and Perez delivers it. And he gets a hold of that one. Fabio's deep to the left. Crane leaps at the wall, and it's going to be a home run. I thought we had that, but Fabio just barely clears the fence. 350 feet all the way to left field, and that will give North Carolina the early lead in this one as they are still fighting, wanting to make something happen here. Now, Alfonso Perez did give up 1 run in the last game as well, but we need to make sure this thing does not get out of hand. We have all seen how that can happen anytime you're playing baseball. So Perez, with an 0-2 count, delivers a good pitch on the outside, but Buford Sanchez does pull it down the left field line for a foul. But he's still fighting, and as he fouls off another one, the count remains at 0-2, but we are about 5 pitches into this count at this time. And Perez delivers the 0-2. And that's going to be just on the outside for a ball. Very good plate discipline right there as the count is now 1-2. And he's going to foul off another one. The split finger coming in just shy of 90. Not able to get around and get a solid bat to it. And that's going to be finally a swing and a miss. Buford Sanchez strikes out in this one. That'll be the first out here of the 4th inning. And that brings up Carlos Villegas for North Carolina, batting 5th in their lineup. He is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And Perez's first pitch comes in for a strike. And he delivers the next one on the outside, changeup for a ball. Tried to get him to chase it. He just would not bite and fall for that shenanigans. So 1-1 is the count to Villegas. And that's going to be delivered over the plate, but just could not make solid contact. Came around too early. He anticipated that fastball a little too much. Now the 1-2 count, he's going to hit a little dribbler over to third. Padilla rounds it up and gets it over to Greg Baker there at first for out number 2 in this inning. So they still have the 1 run, but we have gotten the next 2 guys out trying to finish this off. Don't need to give up anything more at this stage. So now here comes Lee Song, who's 1 for 1 on the afternoon already. And he is standing at the plate with a 1-run lead. Now Perez's first pitch is going to be down low for a ball. and his pitch count is getting up to where he's starting to wear out a little bit. He's at about 60 pitches in this game. We are only in the 4th inning, so we will have to keep a watch for that going forward. Now, on that next pitch, he gets him to chase that one outside for a second strike, and the count is 1-2. And he's going to foul off that pitch, and that count's going to remain at 1-2. So Lee Song still fighting against Perez hard. And Perez is going to deliver. That's going to be a strikeout again. Another man goes down for North Carolina, but the damage has been done as they will take the lead off the solo blast by Fabio. 1-0 is how we stand in this game at this moment. And so now we are still trailing 1-0, but we are in the top of the 6th as we do have 2 guys on and 1 out, and Drew Crane is at the plate. And this is an opportunity to make something happen here. We need to really come through on this one. Ahmad Catton is getting a little tired. He's at about 75 pitches now. And so this is our opportunity. Heart of the lineup, Drew Crane, Harvey Hayes, Luis Padilla coming up. So 0-2 is the count to Hayes. And he's going to fire that one in. He gets, not Hayes, that's Crane who popped that one up at the plate. Infield fly rule is going to be in effect. And so that one will go down as another out. Second out of the inning at this point, as we do have a man on second and first trying to get these runs home with Harvey Hayes to the plate now. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. That first pitch was a ball. Here comes the second pitch. That's going to be on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1. Things are evened up. Harvey Hayes needing to come through. 0-2 today, but trying to correct that one. He blasts that one deep down right field line, but that is way foul. Came around way too early on it. That one definitely hung up, though, so their pitcher definitely, Ahmad, needs to be careful of that. 1-2 now. He blasted up the middle. That's going to get through the infield. We got a hit coming around home. Castro, he's going to slide in, and he's going to be safe. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Castro scores from second all the way, getting around. Not known for his speed, but he definitely gets this game tied up. And so now that brings up Luis Padilla to the plate, trying to make something else happen. Padilla gets a deep blast, right center field, and it's going to land just shy of the wall, and it bounces over. No, you've got to be kidding me. It bounced over. That'll be a ground rule double, which actually helps out North Carolina in the end. But not Pollard, that's Marlon Sweet, will come around to score. And we will actually take the lead on that hit by Padilla, but that does leave Hayes and Padilla still on. And I truly think Harvey Hayes, with the speed he has in him, he could have been able to come around and add on another run for us. But we have taken the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Padilla blasted to right center. And that'll actually force North Carolina to change pitchers as they bring Oscar Cruz, who is 3-0 in this postseason, meaning this team is never out of it. They are likely to come back at any time and can take control of this game. So Greg Baker will come up, our first baseman. He's 1 for 2 on the day, with a man on second and third. And that first pitch is going to be a slider on the outside that he swings at and is going to miss. Probably should have tried to hold up on that one, but that's definitely not something we do. We say, how can you get a hit if you don't swing? No one really has figured that one out yet. And that second pitch is going to come in at a ball. And as we look at the Tar Heels bullpen, they got a couple guys out there warming up. I'm ready to take over possibly in the next inning or so. So 1-1 to Baker, and he's going to drive that one. That gets between. Another run is scored. And here we come. Luis Padilla on his way home. And they're going to throw him out at home. Hayes was able to cross, but Padilla just did not have the speed in him. However, we do take the lead 3-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. That is what we needed to see coming into it. And now we're going to jump up to the top of the 9th. The score is still 3-1. So we are definitely in a close situation. Now we're going to get Randy Emerson, our big left-handed closer, warmed up. I need to be careful with him. He is starting to get a little tired, as we already know. He's been pretty effective in this series and actually every series that we've played so far here at the postseason. So in the top of the 9th, we have Greg Baker coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day, along with the RBI. And that first pitch will go by as a strike. 0-1 is the count. Oscar Cruz is still in the game for the Tar Heels here in the 9th inning. Trying to see if we can't force them to change pitchers once again. As he delivers another one to Baker. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. That pitch looked a little high, just not able to come around on it. And the 1-2 pitch comes in, and that's going to be high and away, a slider. Luckily, we were able to hold off on that as we let the count go even at 2 balls and 2 strikes apiece. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Greg Baker. That's going to be a strikeout. On the circle change down low, we were just way too far ahead of it. Just could not make that contact. Great movement also. You got to give the man credit for that. Now coming to the plate for the Longhorns is going to be Michael Naveau, our second baseman. He is 0 for 3 on the day and has had a rough postseason for the most part. You see sometimes he can actually shine through on some at-bats, but overall it's been pretty rough for him. And on his pitch, he's going to hit a hard ground ball to shortstop, and that's going to be thrown out at first. He almost beat that one out. If he had just hit it slightly harder, maybe we could have, but just not meant to be. Now Dante Pollard, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon, comes to the plate with 2 outs in the 9th inning. He hits a little bloop over to right field, and that's going to fall in. Pollard is going to reach base, and that breathes some more light. Maybe we can add some further separation between us and the Tar Heels to go into the bottom of the 9th inning. A couple little insurance runs would be nice. So Andres Cairo, who comes up, the man who scored the first run across the plate for us, he's going to step up, and he fouls that first pitch to the right side. A high fastball outside of the zone. Probably should have been able to hold off it a lot easier than what we did. So 0-1 is the count to Cairo here with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. And the delivery from Cruz comes in. Cairo gets a good handle on it to the right field line, except it was right at the right fielder. And so that one will be the 3rd out of the top half of the 9th. So we do still lead 3-1 in this game. But the Tar Heels, they are on the brink right now. Randy Emerson, our closer, 4 saves out of 5 opportunities. The one time he didn't make the save, he ended up getting the win. And so we are going to try to get him to finish this one off. With a 2-run lead, Emerson's facing off against Doug Saldana, who's 0 for 3 today. And the first pitch is going to be a strike. That second one is a deep fly ball to left field. Crane is going to be under it, though, shy of the warning track. Drew Crane makes the catch. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top half of the 9th inning. They are 2 outs away from making it to the College World Series Final. But Fabio Navarre, Mr. Home Run Hitter himself, 2 for 3 on the day, comes to the plate now. First pitch is going to be a ball on the outside. Count is 1-0. And Emerson delivers. That next pitch is going to be a fastball for a strike. A little too much over the plate. That's not where we need it to be. With a 1-1 count, second pitch is going to fastball. Is going to be high in the upper left corner, but still in for a strike. And here comes a 1-2 delivery. Emerson working fast on the mound. That may have to do with his fatigue a little bit and just trying to get this game over with. So 1-2 pitch coming in again. Fabio is going to hit a blooper to second, and Naveau is able to gather that one up fairly easily, and that's out number 2. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the final opportunity for North Carolina. They need to get him on base. Buford Sanchez, 0 for 3 on the day, needing to make something happen. The first pitch, a high fastball, is going to be called a ball. So 1-0 to Buford. Emerson delivers a 1-0 pitch. It's a high pop-up. Naveau is going to get under that. And this should be it. The Longhorns advance to the College World Series Final once again. That was a hell of a way to do it. A come-from-behind victory. North Carolina grabbed the early lead there in the 4th inning, 1-0. But Alfonso Perez, Emerson, all our pitching staff just was able to maintain that 1-0 deficit, and then once we grabbed the lead, we did not let it go. So the Longhorns, we are through to the next stage of the College World Series Final. Great way to finish off this episode. Great way to finish off that team. Michigan, North Carolina, they are out of our way. 2 teams that gave us fits in the regular season. but not right now here in the postseason. Now, while we get geared up for that, I want y'all to know to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And if you did like today's episode, definitely hit that thumbs up button as well, because it really does help out the channel, and we greatly appreciate everything that y'all do for us here at Champ and Sons. So it does look like we will be taking on the Crimson Tide of Alabama in the College World Series final. That will be in the next episode, so I will see y'all at that time. Now, as always, everybody, stay safe, and, well, you guys know how it goes by now. Later, y'all.